everyone, Saki here and welcome back to my channel. On this channel we talk all about my favorite thing in the whole world, handbags. And today's video is going to be a handbag video, so if you like that sort of thing, please join me and hit that subscribe button down below. Alright, so in today's video we are going to be discussing a handbag topic. And that is going to be 5 ways to know if a handbag will work in your collection. Now, I'm not going to be talking about like how to choose a handbag. I think that is another topic for another video. However, I'm going to be talking about if you have bought a handbag and you're not sure whether to keep it, return it, resell it. These 5 tips are going to help you decide whether it really belongs in your collection and if it's going to work out for you or not. So I know that this depends on a lot of things. First of all, it relies on the fact that you are able to return your handbag, which in the United States is a very common thing. So I'm sorry if you're like in an Asian country or something where return policies basically don't exist, but I do know a lot of like consignment stores have good return policies as well. Fashion File has a really good one. I'm pretty sure it's 30 days. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I can never, even if I do, all my research and really love the bag, I will not know how it will work out for me until I physically have the bag in hand. So I do this pretty often where I'm pretty sure I, know a handbag is going to work for me, but then I buy it and one of these 5 things stops me from keeping it, so I end up returning it. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be discussing today. So hopefully this can help you out and hopefully it's relevant to you. But if not, maybe you can just get like a little bit of insight into my head and my buying process, I guess. Alright, so the first thing that I do when I get a new bag is try it on. I like to try it on with many different outfits. However, I always find that if the bag ends up not working out for me, what I'm doing is actually matching the outfit that I'm wearing to the bag instead of just using my bag to match the outfit. Not sure if that made sense. So what I mean is, so for example, one of the bags that I know that I can remember did not work out for me is my YSL Vicky bag. Now that one, it was in like a white cream color, and 2, the style of it was, it had like vertical quilting, and it was just kind of like really different from anything in my collection. However, I, did my research on the bag and I really liked, how much it can hold and just the versatility of it, so I ended up buying it. However, when I was doing this step of just trying it on with my clothes, I felt like I had to dress differently to match the bag instead of, just having the bag match the outfits that I normally wear or my usual style. I felt like I had to, kind of tone down my outfits and dress in more browns and neutrals just to match the color of the bag. And yeah, I just don't feel like you should change your style and your outfits to match a bag. Like the bag should be there to complement your style that you already have, right? Another example of this is I used to have the Gucci Marmont bag in obviously the pink and the small size, and that bag was just really cool, so I felt like I had to dress more cool to fit that bag, and it was just really weird. Like, I don't feel like it matched any of my, cutesy kind of outfits. I felt like I always had to like dress cool and you guys know that's not really my style. I like to dress like in like cutesy things, frilly things. I mean, it's changing a little bit right now, but when I had that bag, I just felt like, yeah, I just had to change my style to suit that bag, and that's something that I don't like to do, and I feel like, you shouldn't have to do when you are buying a new bag, and it'll just make it way more harder to wear the bag. So yeah, if you have to change your style or feel like you have to dress a certain way to match that bag, that is definitely one of my red flags to maybe send the bag back, because it might not be for you. Alright, the second thing I think will be different for everybody, but for me, if I don't want to wear the bag right away, I know something's wrong. I usually, when I love something, I want to rip it out of the box and open it and wear it immediately with every outfit. It happened to me recently with my Chanel Coco handle that I recently got. I wore this every single day as soon as I got it because I was so happy to have gotten it. And yeah, I just found myself, reaching for this bag every single day because I was so in love with it. However, I bought a Givenchy Ansagona in the mini size and the mock croc pink a while ago that ended up returning because because I found that although I thought I loved that bag, I didn't want to wear it right away. I just kept it on my shelf looking at it, and I never felt like the need or the want to wear it immediately. And that for me is a huge, huge red flag. That for me tells me that like maybe I didn't like the bag as much as I thought I did, because I just, if I love something, I'm the type of person to, you know, want to wear it immediately all the time. However, like I said, you have to really know yourself in this because it varies from like person to person. For example, my mom is the type of person where if she really loves something, she'll do the exact opposite. Like she won't wear it at all because, you know, she just really wants to treasure it and look at it. So if you're that type of person, maybe this tip isn't for you, but if you are like me, it's a big sign if you aren't wanting to wear the bag right away. All right, so the next thing is you've bought the bag, you already want to buy another bag. Now for me, that's a huge red flag because usually if I really, really love a bag, I will enjoy it, treasure it, use it a lot, and I won't even have any other bag on my mind after that. So if I have bought something but I'm already thinking of buying another thing, that to me tells me that maybe I didn't really want this bag. Maybe it's the bag that I'm thinking about that I want, but I compromised for some reason. So if you have bought something recently but you already, you know, have thoughts about another bag or, you know, another item, I just find that to be like a huge red flag and a huge sign that maybe, you know, I should send this one back because it's not where my heart's at. This has happened to me so many times where I just bought a really expensive bag and I'm already thinking of another one and I haven't even, you know, had the time to use and enjoy the bag that I just bought. And to me, that always signals that like maybe I compromised or maybe I like, you know, kind of forced myself to buy this one instead of a maybe more expensive one or one that's harder to get. And I always tell people to, you know, wait for the bag that you really want. If you've bought something and you feel like you already want something else, it could just be that, you know, you're compromising and it's not the bag that you truly want. Even if the bag that you truly want is way more expensive, I think it's so worth it to just, you know, keep working at it and keep, you know, aiming for that bag, because in the long run you might spend more money buying like bag alternatives that aren't your dream bag, and you know, it's just money that you could have been putting towards your dream bag. So I always find myself like if I have just bought a bag but I'm already thinking of something else, usually that's a sign that I should just return that one that I already got and, you know, really focus on my goal for the other bag. So this tip kind of goes along with the first one, and it's also pertaining to outfits. But when you are trying outfits on, like I mentioned, if I am trying to decide on a bag and I'm trying on an outfit with it, but you know, with that outfit I'm like, oh, maybe this bag that I already have will go better with it, or this bag that I have will go better with it, I think that's a clear sign that you just don't need this bag in your collection because you already have bags that you love that you can use. So going back to my YSL Vicky example, a lot of the outfits that I was trying on with that bag, I was like, actually my Chanel mini would actually go really well with this bag. And that's kind of why I also did like a comparison between the Vicky and the mini. I think that they are very similar in style, although I guess like comparing the YSL Vicky to the square mini would make more sense. But I just found that like, yeah, if I do want something like a crossbody bag, I really like my Chanel mini and I already have that one, so why would I need another so similar one in my collection? So if you are trying out outfits and you find that, you know, although the new bag that you have purchased does go well with this outfit, if you already have another one that also goes well with the outfit, why do you need the new one? That's just my opinion. Believe it or not, I'm also one of those people who don't like to like double up in styles of bags or, you know, have too many in like the same style. I know it sounds ridiculous because to a lot of people, all of my bags look the same because they're pink, but trust me, there's a system in all of this. Like, there is some sort of system that I have when I'm deciding on bags. So, yeah, if I already have a bag that pretty much fulfills the, you know, aesthetic and functional purpose of another one, I tend to not want to add it to my collection, and it's kind of a red flag to me that I should send it back. Alright, and the last tip that I have is if a bag has 2 or more of my handbag pet peeves, I know that it'll definitely not work out for me. So I did a video a couple of weeks ago called my handbag pet peeves, and there are a couple of things that are just a no-go, that are pretty much deal breakers for me when it comes to handbags. So if you haven't watched my video, quickly, some of those things are slouchiness or handbag structure loss, mixed metals, too many divider compartments, and there are a couple of other ones, but those are like the main 3 for me. So if it has, you know, maybe one of those things, I'm okay with and I could live with it. But if it has 2 of those things, I'm probably not going to get on with this bag, and definitely if it has 3 or more, it's just a no-go and a solid deal breaker for me. I know that handbag pet peeves will, you know, vary from person to person, but I highly suggest that, you know, you just sit down and write a list of all the things that you really, really don't like about, you know, certain handbags. Maybe you don't like if the straps are not removable. Maybe you're like me and you don't like if there's structure loss. Just write a complete list of your like handbag pet peeves or deal breakers, and that way when you are trying to decide on a bag, you know, if it has 2 or more of your deal breakers, you'll know that maybe it's not the right bag for you. Alright, so that was all for my video. I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I hope that you found it helpful. I know we're not all the same, and some of the things that I'm like, oh, this is definitely a deal breaker for me, it might not be for you, but I do still hope that I gave you a couple of things to think about. Now, if you have any other tips, you know, on what you do while you're deciding on a handbag, please let me know down below. I would really love to hear your thoughts on this as well. And yeah, as always, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching another video with me. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye!